What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shawn, GILL CPA with Neutron Tax. In today's video we're going to talk about the new 1099 rules that everyone seems to be freaking out about but is not actually that serious. So first of all, like this video, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff, and then let's get into the topic. So as you may have heard or may not have heard, the IRS has been trying to change the 1099-K rules around Venmo, CashApp, and PayPal payments. They've been trying to do this for a couple years and have failed, but this year in 2023, they've confirmed that for 2023 and then moving forward, the rules will apply. So what are these rules? So first, let me tell you what they are currently, and then I will tell you what they've changed to so you can determine on your own if it's worth freaking out about. So the original rule is if you have a business that takes credit cards, if you have either 200 transactions or more in a year or $20,000 worth of transactions, right? The $20,000 just passes through in card charges. You are supposed to get issued a 1099-K. Usually this would be in the name of the business. It just kind of says this is how much money you made over this threshold in credit cards, which not a big deal. If you're a business owner or anybody, you're supposed to report that income either way. So it doesn't really change that you have to report anything. Now, the changes that are being proposed and have passed and now gone into effect is that $20,000 limit has dropped down to $600, okay, which is the 1099 threshold for other charges like NEC 1099s and 1099 MISCs, MISC, miscellaneous, whatever you want to call it. So the reason people are freaking out about this is because now apps like Venmo, CashApp, and PayPal have to follow suit. And you might be thinking, so what's the difference if you have to report the income, whether it's $1 or $20,000, either way you need to report it, what's the problem? I agree, that's not the issue. You're supposed to report the income either way. What the problem seems to be now is with these requirements on those apps, is people that aren't running businesses that are just doing their normal personal transactions may accidentally get sent a 1099. Now that is a problem because usually if you get sent a tax document, that means it's also been reported to the IRS, which means if you don't report it yourself, you're going to get a letter from the IRS saying, hey, why did you not include this form? We know it exists. You're trying to hide money from us. Here's a tax bill. So what is a personal transaction that could show up on this form, right? Let's say you bought a couch for $1,000 3 years ago and then you sell it to your buddy this year for $600 and he Venmos you $600. If you don't do things correctly in the app, you might get a 1099 for $600. Now the average person would not have reported that $600 in the first place because really technically they lost money on the couch, right? They bought it at $1,000, sold it for $600. Now if you have a 1099, you may be forced to report it to not get in trouble from the IRS's computer, right? The one that detects that 1099 exists and that you didn't file yours and sends that automatic letter giving you a tax bill. That computer will pick up on that if you don't report it, and then you'll get in trouble essentially, right? So the issue is that people that aren't doing business might get in trouble, right? You buy some tickets for a concert, you decide you can't go anymore, you resell it, someone sends you a Zelle payment, a PayPal payment, a Venmo payment, a Cash App payment, you don't mark it correctly in the app, and you get issued a 1099. This is going to cause problems for a lot of people and make their taxes harder and more expensive to do because to file that 1099 correctly, it actually takes a bit more work. So whoever's preparing your return is probably going to charge you more, and the tax software online like TurboTax and all that stuff is also going to charge you more. So how can you avoid this? First things first, inside the apps, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, all that, make sure whenever you're sending money to someone or receiving money, depending on the app, you can change your settings. It's going to ask you, or it should at least ask you, are you a business? Is this for business or is this personal? Make sure you check the box, right? Or it's like a little switch on the iPhone apps I've seen. This will make sure that they do not count that as a business transaction and then issue you a 1099 for that. So ideally you want to hit that so you don't actually trigger any 1099s being mailed to you at all, and then you don't have this problem at all. Now if something happens and it's a mistake and it does get issued, it's a bigger process to get this fixed. You're going to have to essentially back up the income on your tax return, and I'm not going to cover how to do that on here because depending on what software you're using, I don't even know how exactly they're going to let you do this. I'm sure TurboTax and all those companies will update their softwares to try and help people around this. But essentially, you have to back out the income as 1099 income. You have to report it and you have to back it out, which can get complicated depending on how you do it. But you need to let your CPA know about this so that they don't include it as business income, because you may not have a business, right? You don't want to pay taxes on income that's not really income. You're going to have to explain to them, hey, I got this 1099 for when I sold my couch to my friend. He didn't check the box, so he told Venmo it was business, and now they're thinking I got this income, yada, yada, yada. So that's what you need to be watching out for. So that's kind of an overview of what's going on. Essentially, there's a higher chance that people that should not be getting business income reported to them are going to have to report income, and it's going to create a mess for a lot of people. For a lot of people, it also won't cause any trouble at all. So what you need to do is make sure you're on top of how you send people payments on these different apps and mark them correctly as not being business but being personal, and make sure if you're registering for these apps and you're not on them that you indicate that you're not a business owner, so you don't accidentally get thrown into this pool of people that are going to have taxable income that's going to get sent to them via 1099, issued a 1099. And if you do get a 1099, give me a call and we can help work out your return and get this taken care of for you. But let me know in the comments below if you think this is as big of a deal as everyone's making it. In the accounting and tax space online, people are freaking out about it and really mad at the IRS. So give me your opinion in the comments below, and if you have any questions, also leave that in the comments below. And if you're foreseeing this issue happening to you and you want to have a CPA that can help you out, there is a link in the description below to schedule a call with me, and I can give you a quote for our services and help you out with all of your tax and accounting needs. Appreciate you watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Help the channel grow, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you. So that was the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. It helps me grow the channel. If you need help with your taxes, you can book a call with me directly at the link below in the description, and you can also sign up for our email list. We only send out an email about once a month, and that's everything I need to tell you. So I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace. Have a good day. Appreciate the views.